Yo, it's shaking AC.
I think my favorite was last week when you were like, you grabbed that microphone, you're like, yo, what's shaking AC?
Like, it's hockey night in Canada, ladies and gentlemen. Your
Yeah.
starting lineup is.
Yeah. Oh man, it still makes me laugh. And I still think we got to figure out those bobbleheads and or t-shirts. I think people will be more excited to wear what's shaken than go be awesome. But maybe we could put like go be awesome on like the little sleeve part or something.
Okay, I mean, I'm easy.
Okay. Well, we'll
I'm
work it
thinking
out.
beyond t-shirts. I think we need like Ange and Rob Rants undergarments.
So it says go be awesome like on your and yo what's shaken?
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure if we should start over, but I think we'll keep going here. That's pretty funny. Hopefully you're wearing pants today.
Today I am, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. So, this past couple of weeks, we've had some pretty interesting and productive roundtables that you've been at that you're always great for attending, the AC roundtables. And I'm talking about the franchisor one that attracts everything from, emerging franchisors to over 2,000 units. And it was about brokers. I always feel like it's like it can be like a sensitive topic for some people, right? So we talked about brokers and trade shows and portals, but I think let's focus in. What do you think about? I'd like to hear your key takeaway, or some of your takeaways, just to share with people that weren't able to attend or just trying to learn. What did you learn about brokers? Like you went in thinking this and you left thinking this. I don't know if it changed. I don't
Yeah,
know, but yeah.
there's a few things. One on a more superficial level is the difference between a broker and a consultant. I had always assumed it's just like a cultural difference. Canadians call them brokers, Americans call them consultants. But I think Christina Chambers really broke out from like a legal perspective what it is, right? A consultant is paid by the client, or in other words, the prospect or the franchisee. They're paid by them. Whereas a broker is paid by a third party, which could be the franchisor, for example. So that was a nice eye-opening thing. Not that it really makes any difference, but
But
just
also, yeah, it's just interesting. And brokers are licensed is also what I understood that they
yeah.
have to be licensed. A consultant doesn't even need to be trained technically. They could still call themselves a consultant, but you can only call yourself a broker if you're licensed. So there's some implications there for people to like check into that. But if the person that you're working with as a franchise prospect, if they're good, then they're good. Who cares? But anyway, okay.
Okay, but the bigger sort of earth-shattering takeaway for me is I was
Hold
always
on.
in the mindset of, okay, you bring on a broker or consultant, whatever, let's use them synonymously or interchangeably right now. And the only way that they're going to display your franchise or sell your franchise or show it is if you wine and dine them, take them on cruises, take them out for dinners, have like individual meetings and things like that. But what actually sort of came out of it is that although nobody's going to turn that away, what a broker actually wants to see is that you're a closer, that you can close and bring results, that they're not going to lose the trust of their client sending them to your business if you treat the client poorly, don't follow up, and aren't able to close the deal, because it's also their reputation on the line, not just their income. So there is a lot of weight that falls on the franchisor's shoulders. It's not just like, listen, broker, you get paid a lot, you've got to do all this work, this shouldn't be
Which
on me.
for the record, you kind of went in there thinking, I'm confused. I thought I'm sort of the customer here. And why wouldn't the broker, like, why do I have to like, wine and dine the broker? And then hearing this and it's about results, you're like, I think you saw it differently.
Yeah, and it's two ways, right? The same way a broker will say, I'm not going to bring somebody to this franchisor if they don't give me results. A franchisor also demands that out of a broker, saying, I'm expecting that you bring me good prospects that I can close. So it's sort of symbiotic there. It's not just the franchisor sits back and is like, send me leads. That's your job. You're getting a lot of money for this. After that, it's up to me. If you stop showing me, you're the one that's at fault. So
Mhm.
that was a great form of clarity. What did you find as a takeaway from these things?
Hmm. Well, thanks for that. I think that's really helpful to see it differently. I think for me, one thing was definitely that I feel like it confirmed what I already thought, and that is that it finding a broker that believes in you and is going to bring you leads and believes in your business is as hard as it sounds. Or maybe it doesn't sound hard, but it is difficult. It was, so I feel like it was validated that, yeah, it takes, like, you have to go and you're like dating them. You have to put yourself out there. You have to market yourself in front of brokers to find that person that says, you know what, like, you've got a really cool concept. I believe in you. It's not like you just call up any referral network and find a broker and you're good to go. So it confirmed that it's a challenge. And for me, what that led to is that I still feel like for emerging early, especially micro emerging franchisors with like under 5 units, I still feel like it's not the best place for them to put their energy, because they aren't going to be good at closing. Probably they're not going to be able to prove those results to the broker. So it's going to be really hard, and so I'd rather see them put their energy and attention towards their own organic referrals and, the things that we always talk about, and organic social media and things that, like, you can do to get attention as a brand and all this. So I think it validated that. But just as a key takeaway for people that are using brokers, if you're already, or whatever, you said, like, consultants, brokers, or we could say a referral network, which is the technical term for that encompasses those. If you are using a referral network, reach out to them and say, hey, do you have anybody in your network who is young and hungry and really, needing some growth and willing to put in the work? And then with that person, engage with them, build a relationship with them, and maybe show them past results from another broker or whatever, and say, hey, let's work together and groom you to be able to bring me the right people. And then, I'll show you that I can close them. So that idea, because it came up that, like, there's the golden circle of brokers out there that, oh, great, I can get into that one broker, into their roster, but you're going to be way down on the list. So it's not going to help you. So just find a broker that doesn't have as big of a list or roster, and work with them to get them going. So did I get that right? Did I hear? Because that's what I heard. And
yeah, you got that right. And you actually said something really important about the infancy of a franchise system and whether they use brokers or not, right? A broker may want a franchisor that can close, that can sell. And you as a franchisor may think you can close or sell, right? But you also have to remember that this isn't like a Glengarry, Glen Ross, where you're just ABC, always be closing, you're selling, you're selling, you're selling. A lot of times when a franchisee is looking to buy a business, they're investing their life savings, and so they're going to take everything at face value, or at the true meaning of it, regardless how flashy the sale is. So if you have less than 5 locations, you could be the best salesperson in the world. If you can't prove results, that doesn't mean you're going to be able to close everything. If you can close without proving results, that is a whole other story,
Yeah, so true. And what I just almost get the, like, heebie-jeebies, because when I think about people selling a franchise, we've talked about this before, but, like, it shouldn't be a sale. So you got to be careful. Like, when we say closing, yeah, you want to close deals, but, like, if it's just for the sake of closing a deal, that's the problem with a really early stage franchisor, is they're still figuring that all out. And so it just muddies the water, I think.
It's in the wrong mindset. To me, selling is like selling a stereo or a TV. Everyone needs or wants a TV. So it's just how slick you can be. But this is actually like a relationship. Are you going to sell yourself to every person on Tinder, even though you may not match with them?
I don't go on Tinder, so I don't know, but Tinder, no. But I know we're going to wrap up here, but one last point. I think we might want to rant about the risks of selling, and how that franchisee got sold to, and now they're going in and we've got to set expectations after the fact, and how risky that is. So maybe that's a rant for another day. But oh man, there were so many key takeaways. We just barely hit the surface of it, but thank you for sharing. And that's what rants are all about, right? Just giving out a few
Wrap it up.
Nuggets. Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go be awesome.
Be awesome.